If I was going to start a brand new band in 2026, this is exactly how I would do it. Now, just to bring some context, I've been playing in touring bands for many years. I've had very consistent results in regards to high streaming numbers, radio play, playing on big shows, big festivals. So I know that a lot of this works, and over time the way I've done things has evolved and changed, and this is the way that I see it working best right now. I'm actually doing this with a band that I'm working with at the moment called A Siren's Call. You won't have heard of them because they haven't released anything as yet, but that's actually the important bit. You see, the key is to record first. So what we've done is we've started the process of writing and recording 4 songs. Now, the reason we're doing that is so that we've got enough songs stockpiled that if we released a new single every 12 weeks, we've got enough to last a year. That's the bare minimum that you kind of have to release now on a yearly basis to sort of trigger the algorithms and make all the social platforms do what you want to do. But also, 12 weeks actually gives you enough time to promote each single as well. And here's how we're going to do that. So one of the first things that I'm going to get you to do is stockpile BTS footage. So you're going to make sure that you're recording the entire process, every recording session that you do, every writing session that you do, every conversation that you have that is relating to this EP, new singles, or this new band. You want to be recording absolutely everything, because you never know when that content could be used. Get yourself a Google Drive or a hard drive and save all of this content into folders marked up what each type of content is, whether it's behind the scenes or promotional material. But make sure you do it, because when you start releasing stuff, you're gonna need it. The other good thing about recording all of your music first is you then get an idea of what your brand could be. So you've got the sound. Now, what would go with that sound? So is it dark, is it ethereal, is it light and poppy? Whatever it is, it's going to give you an idea of how the rest of your branding should look. Everything from your color schemes to fonts to the way you dress on stage, all of that stuff should be thought about right at this stage now, because you're going to want to get all of that in place so that when you come out, everybody knows who you are, everybody knows what your identity is, and knows exactly what they're going to be following along with. Once you've decided on your branding and you've got all that sort of nailed down, then one of the things I would then think about is getting all your social media channels set up, your Facebook, Instagram, TikTok and YouTube. Get them set up, get your covers done, get your profile pictures done, get all of your bios done, make sure your links are set up properly, because when you start putting stuff out, you're going to want to appear organised and professional. Don't post anything though yet. Don't post anything straight away. Just get it all set up, ready to go. Once you've got your recordings done and you've decided on your branding and everything else, then I want you to start planning your promo shoot days. These are going to be like social media days where you're going to go out for the day and you're just going to shoot a whole bunch of content. These can be one of a couple of different things. You can either shoot a traditional music video, but keep it on a low budget. Don't overspend on your music videos. No point in doing that anymore. And another thing I would say is maybe focus on thinking about content that you can turn into reels. So short form content is kind of king at the moment when it comes to producing promotional material for your singles. So definitely think about the kind of content that goes in. So let's say, for example, you've got a song that's really, let's say it's a hip-hop track, or it's let's say it's a heavy metal track, like, 'cause I'm working on that right now. It's a really dark song and you found a location that looks dark and dingy. Just go into that location and shoot some content, whether it's just little bits of the singer miming to the track, the guitarist doing a little bit of playing to the track, and chop them up into 20-30 second videos. And I'll explain why that's important next. When you first start on social media, one of the main things you're going to have to watch out for is watch time. That is what is most important to most of the social media platforms. So if you go out and start putting out really long pieces of content right from the very beginning, and people only watch a small fraction or a percentage of that video, then that's telling the algorithm that that's not a very good video and it shouldn't suggest your video to other people. So what I would do is I concentrate on making content that is 20 to 30 seconds long. That way, if people watch even just 15 seconds of it, they've watched 50% of the video, or even 60-70%. You see where I'm going? Like, it makes it look like that the content is far more engaging, and therefore the algorithm will suggest it to more people. Most bands only record content when something big is about to happen, and that's a big mistake. Like I said, record absolutely everything, but do have these days that are very intentional around the kind of content you want to create for your songs. It's getting rather windy out here, so I'm going to make this quick. Once you've created all your content and maybe you've done yourself a music video, plan it all out strategically. So have your pre-release plan, like how much content and what content are you going to put out on the run up to the release, say 10 days before, and then what content are you going to put out after the release. You want to have at least, at the bare minimum, 30 days worth of content, so you're promoting it every single day for 30 days. Now ideally, if you can keep that going for longer, then I would. That's why these social shoot days, as I like to call them, one day shoot tons of content, take loads of costume changes or clothing changes, and shoot as much as you can, to the point where maybe you can walk away with 50, 60, 70, 80 pieces of 20-second clips, because that stuff's going to be your best friend. But once you've got all that in place, now instead of just being reactive, you're now creating with intention, and that's the most important part. Creating with intention means that when you've released that song and that music video, you're now not having to scramble for ideas as to what to now use for promotional material, because you've already pre-planned it and it's already there, it's all saved in a folder. You can just relax now, singles out, and you can just go post one day, post next day, post next day. It will make your life a lot easier, and all you've had to do is spare one day in an entire month to create all of that content. People talk about momentum all the time, but I want you to remember this. Momentum is not magic. It doesn't just come from nowhere. Momentum is preparation. If you're prepared, you can keep that momentum running for a lot longer. So think about that. I'm going to go into more depth on each of these individual segments of this video, and I'm going to be putting out a lot more videos. So make sure to like and subscribe and come back for more.